Mr. Frugal, fête des cieux. Oh, 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 oh. Mr. Frugal, fête des cieux. Mr. Frugal, fête des cieux. Oh, 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 oh. Nigeria struggles, Nigeria struggles, Nigeria struggles, Nigeria struggles. In the days of old, when we began this also, back in 2017, as freely come, to live my life and set so free. Oh my brother, it hasn't been easy. Our weakness has set solely suffering. Lord is well unsure of tomorrow so free. Frugal foundation sorrows and because of to hate this nation where this person come. Oh, the memory flow back of our dear Nigeria under attack. Why do people still suffer in this land amidst this royal wealth? We fail to understand. Oh, the memory flow back of our dear Nigeria under attack. Why do people still suffer in this land amidst this royal wealth? We fail to understand. We fail to understand. We fail to understand. Taco, tell me, why do people still suffer in this land amidst this royal wealth? We fail to understand. We fail to understand. Welcome to the Mr. Frugal Music Live Show happening today, the 11th of January 2026. I want to say happy Sunday, happy Sunday. This is going to be the second episode of the Mr. Frugal Music Live Show since 2026. And I want to welcome you here. Today, what we'll be doing is singing some of the Mr. Frugal country song. And again, these will go to music vocal links. So it means that there's no much instrument, and Mr. Frugal is just going to dive in there, sing that song, analyze it. So what is so significant is due to the fact that we're talking about what is happening in our community. We're talking about what is happening in our community. So this music, this particular live show will touch your life in one way or the other. Will touch your life in one way or the other. So that is why it's very, very necessary that you do not just watch it. Please just copy the link and share, copy the link and share. Let people come see, copy the link and share. So this is one of the reasons why we would not just put our show, but because of there's so much we have to talk about, we'll put our show like this. Okay? So for those of you who has been working on your Mr. Frugal featuring Mr. Fenty, Mr. Frugal music cover. To be honest, I'm still waiting. I haven't seen it to put out anything. So if you're watching me right now and you want to do a cover for that particular song, we'll put out a video here where you can actually copy what is on the video and go and do your cover for the Nigeria struggles. So this is the music trending now. The Mr. Frugal featuring Fenty Nigeria struggles We will be promoting it starting from tomorrow, just this tomorrow. We're promoting it here on Facebook, then on Instagram, on all the platforms. You're going to see it there, the Nigerian struggles. Now remember, those of you who have just started keying into that song now, because the song is trending now, okay? Mr. Tango, how you doing? So, you were with me in Abuja when we basically do some skits for this particular live show or something. So, honestly, it tells me the struggle, the actual struggle, what Nigerian community they are basically passing through, especially the women who face the brunt of this economic crisis in Nigeria. And everywhere we go, we can see their enthusiasm, their passion to want a better Nigeria, their passion to make sure that family they're able to take care of themselves, their passion to ensure that they're able to put food on their family's table, their passion to get this good news coming from Nigeria, honestly. Now, there's something I want to say here. There's this video, I don't know if it's President Abdul Salam in early 60s. This president, the Nigerian president, as at that time, visited the United States of America, and a red carpet was rolled out for him. And as he was coming down, come and see the special guests that came to receive him, including the American president as at that time, how everybody paid this homage to him. That was Nigeria. That was Nigeria. That was Nigeria. Now, you will ask yourself a question. How do we get here? How do we got here in the first place? Because Nigeria is not even, I don't know if we can even classify it as a country anymore. The reason is that it seems that Nigeria is not a sovereign state. Nigeria today is, even when the president of Nigeria is going to America, there is no recognition, no acknowledgement. Nigerian president has come to America or Britain or France, no. And in some cases, they'll be packed into a bus. Yeah, if they have maybe a specific event they want to attend in Europe, all the African presidents, they'll be packed into a bus and be taken there. So now you are asking yourself a question. Why is it that Nigeria, as at that time, were well respected, Nigerian presidents were well respected by special guests, including the American presidents at that time? What now happens suddenly? What happens suddenly? Because as it is, let's take Nigeria off, let's take other Africa off this equation. Let's talk about Nigeria compared to their other countries, either in Europe or either in Saudi Arabia or Arab Center. Let's talk about the Middle East and compared to Nigeria. Now you see ordinary Kuwait, you see what that country has been transformed into because of their resources. Then when you go to Saudi Arabia, what they've got is the oil that you can barely see their citizens suffering or having to be packed somewhere in such that they'll be living a disgraceful life. When you go to Russia, yeah, let's take Russia as another case study. You see, this is what is happening that we are seeing before our eyes. We're having up to over 35 countries fighting Russia through this process one another. But Russia has not been broken economically. Why? Because of one, it has one of the resources Nigeria has. Russia has not been brought to his knees economically despite the war. Okay? But what it has is just the oil. The oil and gas is sustaining that country indefinitely, whether you like it or not. It hasn't been brought to his knees despite the power that's fighting it. Now, come to Nigeria. Nigeria has one of that product, one of that resources that the Russia has. Have you ever seen people suffer anyhow, even in Russia? In the midst of war, they're not suffering, they're living fine. Nigeria has that oil, that same resources. Oh, the memory flow back of our dear Nigeria under attack. Why do people still suffer in this land amidst this oil wealth? We fail to understand. Oh, the memory flow back of our dear Nigeria under attack. Why do people still suffer in this land amidst this oil wealth? We fail to understand. It's strange. Now, I've just explained to you. Now, these resources that these countries have, that have transformed the country like China, the country like Russia, country like Saudi Arabia, something like Kuwait, and many of these other countries that have these natural resources, oil, they are doing far better. Their citizens are not suffering. But come to Nigeria. When you come to Nigeria, and if you visit certain place in Nigeria, you will be so shocked. You will be so shocked. What is happening? Nigerians in some states, they have been displaced from their ancestral homes. They are living in the tent. As I speak to you right now, Nigerians in some other states, majority northern states, they have been displaced from their ancestral homes. They are living in the tent right now as we speak. When you see what children they are passing through there, you'll be so shocked. They're not asking you for clothes. They're not asking you for shoes. They're asking for food, just to eat. Nigerians, as it is, they are not benefiting from any so-called free social services that the authorities of Nigeria would have provided to them as a result of these vast resources that they have. They are not benefiting from these resources. Nigerians are suffering right there in Nigeria in the midst of these vast natural resources, be it oil, be it gas, be it gold, be it silver, be it rubber, be it cocoa, everything Nigeria have it. But unfortunately, Nigerians are suffering in the midst of all these resources that a country have just one of that resources and everything is transformed. Why? Why? Now we're talking about the situation of Nigeria right now. Now who's causing all this problem? It's Nigerians themselves. They're not united. They don't even love each other. This is where the problem is. Their leaders has been compromised for cheap money that will enable them to look after themselves and their own small family. They don't care about what happened to the rest of their brother, their cousin. They don't care. This is what we are seeing today. We have also seen the threats facing Nigeria as we speak. Somebody come to your house. You don't know this person. You have not had any issue with this person. This person has not come and tell you, oh, you have done this wrong to me. No. You will be subject to that person. If you meet your woman, if you meet your your children. If you meet you yourself, you buy everybody. You don't know the enemy that is fighting you. People has been imported. What did I say? People has been imported to come and buy Nigerians innocently. To be honest, between God and man, it is so difficult to even comprehend the reason behind all these incidents currently happening in Nigeria. These are the Nigerians living in Nigeria. The security is not there for them. Access to resources, basic resources is not there. Access to free medical treatment is not there. Access to social activities, free social activities, or social benefits is not there. Nothing is offered to Nigerians that are free right there in Nigeria. Nothing is offered to Nigerians that is free for Nigerians. But yet, this country has everything it needs to survive itself. The question is, this vast resources that this country has, who is benefiting from it? A small numbers of Nigerians who has been compromised either by foreign governments or within their own individual states. The money is shared within them. And do you know where this money ends up? The money ends up not even in Nigeria. The money ends up in abroad. That's where they keep the money. Nigerians, they are not even benefiting from the share of this money that these people have stolen away from Nigeria. This is bad. Remember, these people have been compromised either by foreign authority, and even that money, their own share of that money from the process of that particular resources, they generate from that resources, they don't even keep it there. They take the money again to those authorities, they take it back to those authorities that they have compromised with. They take it back there. So while the rest of Nigerians, they're suffering. That's what we are seeing in Nigeria. So I want to use this video to appreciate a great man that I actually know and I've seen. Is a very great man, honestly. Somebody who refused to budge, somebody who have done so much for that country. It's only little we are knowing. Chief Aliko Dangote. Chief Aliko Dangote, thank you very, very much. Because when you look back and see the sufferings of your people from the day one, you have always fight to break that record. And it's not a surprise that today Nigeria owns its own oil resources, oil refinery, I mean to say. So which means the first time in history of Africa where Nigerians can then refine its own oil and to benefit the Nigerian people. First time in the history of that country, Nigeria. And even first time in the history of Africa. Because it has always been that every refineries that want to come in Nigeria, that they'll kill it. So this means that Nigeria has its own oil. He cannot even refine it. That oil has to be taken abroad. People benefit from exporting this oil abroad, refining it abroad, and bringing it back for Nigerians' consumption. So I remember when I was growing up, there's always fuel scarcity, something like that. Because we have the oil, we can't even, we're not in charge, we don't control it. And I can appreciate how much you actually, fighting. You're still fighting it till tomorrow. Because I remember when there's this struggle, you try to buy your own oil in your own country. You are not allowed to pay for oil with your local currency. Dangote company were not allowed to pay for its own crude oil using its own local currency. He has to go and find dollar to buy the market before he can then buy his own oil. This is how much the foreign influence has influenced the Nigerian system. The question is, how do we get here? So I also want to appreciate the federal government, because one way or the other, we can say this government too is, despite the fact that it's challenges, is equally working, trying to be sure that to some extent we control certain things that we own as Nigeria. But we'll see how that goes actually. But all the same, all these things I'm explaining to you for you to understand that being in Nigeria currently, it's not easy. It's not easy. We have some women right now, some of them, they are widows. If their children, they are sick, they only pray to God. And if they are able to, they go and give their children herbs. Because they cannot even afford to go to hospital in Nigeria. Why? Because the money is not there. Economically, it's like the right of Nigerians have been stripped off, a lot of them. And we're also aware like the new tax system is designed to cripple these already struggling citizens of that country. That means nothing changes, always hardship. We just don't really understand, because Nigeria as a country, there's no single social services that they benefit from the authorities. No single one. No free medical care, no financial benefit to family, households, or individual. Nothing like that. But we're surprised that all these vast majority of resources that Nigeria have, which Nigerians themselves, they have not directly benefit from it. On top of that, they would have to go and fight, raise money for their own self, and be paying ridiculous tax from that money. Nigeria struggles. Nigeria struggles. Nigeria struggles. Nigeria struggles. I am sure you can then understand why this program today is so significant. Because if you're watching me as a Nigerian, you will understand what I'm saying. These are the things that are happening to Nigerians in Nigeria. And what about the things that are happening to Nigerians abroad? That one is even worse, because if you live in Nigeria, you will thought that the battle is there. So by the time you travel, the battle is over. You are joking. You are joking, because when you travel abroad, then you will now know from the airport, you will be questioning yourself. It's like being a black man is a way sin. The way you will be treated, the way you will be looked at, you will see it. There are certain positions that no matter how, even if you are the most intelligent person or most qualified person to handle that job, you will never be able to, they will never grant you access to do it. You know why? Because you are just a Nigerian. So is that bad? So you have to work as 10 times more every other race in this world to be able to prove that you can do what others do as a Nigerian. Nigeria struggles. Nigeria struggles. Nigeria struggles. Nigeria struggles. In the days of old, when we began this also, back in 2017, as ready come to live our life and set so free. Oh my brother, it hasn't been easy. Our weakness can set solely suffering. Lord is well unsure of tomorrow suffering. Frugal foundations arose, a big of hope to heal this nation when this vessel come. Oh, the memory flow back over dear Nigeria under attack. Why do people still suffer in this land? Amidst this soil wealth, we fail to understand. Oh, The memory flow back over to Nigeria under attack. Why do people still suffer in this land? Abuse this on your wealth. We fail to understand. We fail to understand. We fail to understand. Tell me, why people still suffer in this land? Abuse this on your wealth. We fail to understand. We fail to understand. That is the challenges. Like I said from the very beginning of this show, I told you that we are only using Nigeria as a case study. Now, is this a suffering? This a challenges? Is it the same in other African countries? The question is yes. But that of Nigeria is even more extreme. But it's the same similar struggle. When you find a black man in Africa, his community is going to be the poorest of the poorest. If you find a black man in Australia, it's the same thing. If you find a black man in India, it's the same thing. If you find a black man in Canada, it's the same thing. Everywhere, all over this world, it's like there is a war against this community. I don't understand why is that. It's a struggle. So let's talk about can there ever be solutions to some of these issues? Can there ever be solutions to some of these issues where people, treat each other equally and the community, comes together to solve issues and build a prosperous community, a prosperous nation? Yes, it's possible. But I have been saying this since 2017, the first video I released, when I titled, "What is happening to us?" So for those of you who have not seen that video, go to Frugal Foundation YouTube page or go to, just here. Go and check it out here. What is happening to us by Mr. Frugal. Now you will see my own analysis as for what is happening to this community, the black community in particular. Sorry, I don't want to be racist here, but I think there's a problem surrounding the black community as a whole. And one of those problems is inability to be able to build a community that guarantee the safety of them, that guarantee economic prosperity of them, that guarantee the prospects, that guarantee a kind of safety that the entire community they need. That's one of their major problems. And another major problem they have is lack of leadership. So the other problem they have is this lack of leadership. As you see, Africa has faced so many problems and challenges for decades now. The government of Africa is still not investing into leadership programs, community programs. No, they're not doing that. As you look at it every day, take Nigeria as a case study. The leadership programs or the leadership of Nigeria it has weakened since 1965. It's weakening every day. It's weakening. What I mean is that there is no structure that enable the system to choose the right person to lead them. And these governments, they are not doing anything, to build that system where people will be given the opportunity to come out and lead their country the right way or for the benefit of their people. That's the problem Africa faces right now. No leadership. A lot of people, they are in power. They don't even know why they are there. they are fortunate to be in a position of power. They don't know why they are there. They cannot even, some of them can't even write. Some of them do not have a vision, either to negotiate good tea, or they don't have a business idea. They don't have leadership idea on how to lead a country, or how to lead a state, or how to lead a local community. And these people, they are there. They are there in power, either by influence that they have within their local community. There is no single majority of them. You cannot trace them to, you cannot trace them to any form of leadership kind of quality there. It's not there. So that is why authorities from other countries, they're able to infiltrate this community because they understand how weak the African leaders them are. And they are taking advantage of that every day. So the question is, where is the future here? So if we start to invest in leadership education, and if we start to invest into community building, educating communities to understand that you may have people come from different tribes, different religion or backgrounds, but there's something that is binding us, yeah? The community building. The community building. We can fight internally, okay? So we must do everything to build our community and ensure that there's no infiltration by external force to control us. And this is what the Chinese has been able to do. This is what the China, they have been able to do. This is what the Indians, they have been able to do. And many other countries today, even the Europeans, that is what they have been able to do. But at the moment, there is not even signal to show that we're going to make progress in the next few decades. But I also want to acknowledge the Sahel region and what they've been able to do to take over their resources, gradually building a future for their people. That is what leadership should be. Unfortunately, we haven't seen that in our community. Thou look how well my hearts are with me. Weakness the harsh in my heart was breaking. Children cry with silent pleas. One little when and how I wish to set them free. Dreaming of the day when I could make a change. Speaking for the voiceless, it was so strange. But at last my words fell so deaf ears, as them cried echo, they drowned in fears, the tears. Dreaming of the struggle in my country, Nigeria. Pray for the struggle in my country, Nigeria. Dreaming of the struggle in my country, Nigeria. Say it! Nigeria struggles. Nigeria struggles. Nigeria struggles. Yeah. Plateau Borono compare this of resistance. Our resources plundered by foes and friends. We be violent on our Papa strikes. Dreaming of the day when I could make a change. Speak for the voiceless, it was so strange. Dreaming of the day when I could make a change. Speak for the voiceless, it was so strange. Yeah. Yearning for unity, to ignite a new life. It's time to forgive, to build anew. To embrace peace in all that we do. To embrace peace in all that we do. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I wish we had more time. I think next week, basically, I still going to come up with the country song. I still going to come up with it because it's like the Nigerian struggles have just dominated this whole section. And this program is just an hour, and the hour is almost getting over now. But I think you like this show. I think you like this show. I want to say thank you to all of you that's present here. Mr. Tanko, thank you so much. 1010, thank you so much for being here. Mr. Joshua Ajayi, Joshua, how are you doing today? Thank you very much. Deborah Damko, how are you doing, Debbie? I hope you're fine. Thank you very much. And honestly, Salem Senior, how are you doing, Salem? I hope you are good. Have Khalib Shuaib, how are you doing? I hope you're fine. All of you watching me right now, I want to say thank you for coming. Please do not forget to share. I am sure you've taken something from this music section that we have done today. And I want to tell you this, yeah? The struggle is not over. Remember, the Nigerian struggles, the song is going to be, we're going to be promoting it across our media platform this week. So we're going to be showing videos on how people are reacting to the song from different states, from different countries. And I don't know where you live. Wherever you live, keep sharing the Nigerian struggles. And you can also download it. You can also download this music on the Play Store. You can also download this music on the Play Store. It's Mr. Frugal featuring Fenty, Nigerian struggles. I repeat, Mr. Frugal featuring Fenty, Nigerian struggles. Okay? So go out there and find it. For the sake of those that, when I began this program, the audio was not coming out. So I promise you, we're going to download this video and put it back to Facebook here so that you'll be able to enjoy it from the start to the finish. I think for the sake of that, I probably have to spend additional 15 minutes here so that when we download that video to cut that area off, then we still have up to the 1 hour program. Okay? Alright. As the story does spread, I don't want to come on from London to constant getting back from my bed with people where don't talk crisis victims. Oh my brother, waiting my eyes, this is past GG's. Now they will Tuesday know. My God, the whole test will they put. Guys, we got lady by their side, full of love. When I'm asked them say, I be you know hear the story of Monday. When they suffer inside the baker. Papa, mama, save this dog. Monday says his muscles innocent child. It is for them if I survive for. Myself I think we try to save me life as we try reach on the remaining of the family. It don't go. I bet you don't forget, say brother, sister. Mama picking when this one, the disciples right now. Now you be the hope of their survival. All my voices, where I come from, a Benue state. Life is not easy for Benue state. Where I come from, now all my voices, all my voices. Do not forget, say life that struggles. Tomorrow if you reach your tongue, ask it for help. What's the distance? Life from Nigeria to Canada. Oh, send no no better. Do not sleep. Justice must reach my phone when the pressure. Use your mighty smallest power. Gather yourself a mighty one, bro. Shout and don't be set off. Wanting enemy retreat. We be one Nigeria. I wonder well my fellow Nigerian celebrities don't go. Shout out to Dr. Frugal. Shout out to Fenty. Shout for peace, restore in Benue State and Nigeria. Yeah. Where I come from, Benue State. Life is not easy for Benue State. Where I come from, all my voices, all my voices. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah? Now, Benue State. Where is Benue State? Where Benue State, if you're hearing that state the first time, where is Benue State located? Benue State is actually located as one of the state in the north-central Nigeria. The north-central Nigeria, Benue State is located there. Okay, I think they have boundary with maybe I think where is the state? They have boundary with Plateau. They have boundary from the eastern side. I don't know if it's a logo and all that. Then they are also utilizing. I don't know if you know the river Benue. That river that goes to Niger. So it's the same. I think they have. I don't know if they have boundary with Niger. I know they have boundary with Kogi State. So all these areas there. Yeah. And Nasarawa from Abuja side. So this is where Benue State is located. Okay. Now, if you have ever been in this state, there's so many good things you will learn, and there's just some things that will shock you when you enter the state. The rate at which people buy in this state, you will not believe it. It's so alarming. We just don't know why. Why is it that a country that has its own government, they have authority, they have local authorities, people are now being subject to like animal way of life, where the value of life is like nothing. People are displaced from their homes. A lot of people, they are suffering with nobody to call for help. So that song I did is a cover song. I heard a song here on Facebook by Clef Malone. So I was talking about this Benue State song. I said, okay, let me have a look. The song was so good. Exactly what I experienced personally, because we have been working through the Frugal Foundation across Benue State since 2018. Now we have this issue where the victims of those crimes that have happened in Benue State, their families, they have been displaced. They are now at internally displaced persons camp in Benue State in different local governments. So what you're seeing this situation whereby people are suffering, and those who have access to finance, they are enjoying their lives. They don't care what is happening to their people. They don't care. They don't really care much what's happening to their fellow Benue people. They don't care. So if they're eating now, they are opportunity to eat now, they eat it. They don't care if they're going to be the next victim. So if they are the next victim, they will take it as it is. That is what we see in that part of Nigeria. Now, one of the reasons why an unknown person will be able to enter the state, commit crime and leave is as a result of this disunity. People are not united to understand, irrespective of their tribes. In as much as they are coming from the same state, they are one family. You might have your differences, but take it off and, work together to drive away your enemy, then continue your fights. No. This is where the situation is as we speak today. It is so bad that you are confused at some point. Try to understand what's happening there. Where I come from, a Benue State, life is no easy for Benue State. Where I come from, all man for himself, all man for himself. Where I come from, a Benue State, life is no easy for Benue State. Where I come from, all man for himself, all man for himself. Do not forget, say, life that struggles. Oh, do not forget, say, life that cycle. Tomorrow, if you reach your turn, and say for help, we'll save a distance. Life from Nigeria to Canada. Osadopula no better. do not sleep. Justice must reach my fellow brother brethren. Use your smallest mighty power. Gather yourself a mighty one, bro. Shout, enough is enough. Until then they be retreat. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We be one Nigeria. I wonder well my fellow Nigerian celebrities don't go. Shout out to Dr. Frugal. Shout out to 50. Shout for peace, restoring better state of Nigeria. Now, this is what we are saying, yeah? You know, you have media stations across Nigeria. And you also have the social activists across Nigeria. We don't know. Certain things is happening in Nigeria. Everybody shuts up. Nobody's talking about it. You are wondering, why is there nobody talking about what's happening? The situation in that country now is so bad that the people who perpetrate crime, they will not come after those people. They'll come after people who reported crime. That is why you see people have their media station all over Nigeria. The only thing they talk about other social issues. They don't talk about the rape incident, what is happening in Nigeria. They don't talk about it. So on my next video, I'm going to be talking about some of the situation Nigeria is going to be facing the next coming years. And I don't think, sorry to say, I don't think it's going to be good at all. But what we are seeing now, the Nigeria authority is so weak that it cannot even make a decision for itself. Despite the fact that Nigeria is a sovereign state. Very soon is the foreign government who will determine who is going to lead Nigeria. So Nigeria is gradually moving unknowingly, yeah, selling itself, selling its power, selling its own sovereignty to another authority, subject to a total control. This is what Nigeria is going to suffer for in the next 8-9 years, unfortunately. Unfortunately. So is this just Nigeria? It's not only Nigeria, because it was gradually spreading to other parts of Nigeria. Now we have Ghana, we have neighbors Ghana. We are seeing what is happening from Ghana to Nigeria now. So this is the problem very soon Africa is going to face. A citizen has been denied access to their natural resources. Its citizens are suffering today. They have been weakened financially. At the same time, they're going to have this foreign authority who dictate for them. So which means the freedom that Africa, they have been longing, they are yearning for, they have been fighting for, that freedom cannot even be guaranteed anymore. It can't be guaranteed anymore. It's sad. That's because we have not been able to manage ourselves. We have not been able to unite ourselves and do things the right way, and do things that benefit ourselves and benefit our people. So I think, like I said earlier, lack of leadership is one of the key issues affecting Nigeria as a country right now. Affecting not just Nigeria, the whole of Africa right now. And it's also one of the key things that's affecting some of these other vulnerable countries. You see what recently happened in Venezuela. That's it. A foreign government has come to invade a country, arresting the head of state of a country. I've never seen that before. It's my first time in history. There are two things. Does the government have the majority of the support of its people? No. So why has the situation gone so bad that a lot of things people don't even like you as they're supposed to? There's so many factors behind it, but we'll not be able to discuss that today. This is what we're not seeing in our countries. So this is why you see that you may have a specific leader in your country. You think he's the one in charge. He's not actually the one in charge. It's the foreign government. With this idea of colonialism, they are not the one in charge of these. Some of these African countries, they're the one ruling it. They just put their puppet there. That's what we're seeing. Unfortunately, Nigeria's case might not also be different. It's the same. So you have to understand this. For all this saying, I want to say thank you for coming to watch the Mr. Frugal Music Live Show happening today, the 11th of January 2026. By the grace of God, I'll be hoping to see you next week. Let's do it big by next week. But do not forget to share once again. Share, and I hope you like this. So by Tuesday, we should be putting out the flyers to let you know the next event and what topic we shall be discussing by next week by the grace of God. I will also planning streaming. We're planning to stream this Mr. Frugal Music Live Show, but there's some activities that we don't have the opportunity to actually talk about here. We don't even put out here. So I don't know. How many of you, did you see what I just wore? Did you see this? Yeah, you see it? Okay, yeah. Actually, this is LBS money. One of the biggest cross-border payments. People used to send money to Africa and other countries. Okay? If you live in the UK, go and use the LBS money. They are very fast and reliable. Okay? So it takes just within seconds, you get your money in Nigeria. If you are from Nigeria. So if you're from another country, honestly, it doesn't take long. So go and try it. Download the app FBS Money. FBS Money. Go and download FBS Money. Once again, I want to say thank you for watching this show. By the grace of God, I'll see you next week. Bye.